Let's talk about books. Yes, I know, we all hate reading, but today I want to talk about why kids hate reading, and I want to talk about why this is bad, and I want to talk about how you get them to like reading, and I want to talk about why the education system and what our teachers have done to make children hate reading, and why they are at fault in a big way. Let's talk about my experience in reading in school. Now, I really do remember the first time I finally realized that I actually hated reading when I was reading something I enjoyed. I forgot the book, but I think it was called Walk to Moons. So I actually was enjoying the book because I actually wasn't reading it for the questions, but I was reading to enjoy it. See, what I used to do is I used to read the questions and read the book. So I would read the questions and read the books and get all the questions answered, like what day did he go here? And so if I saw what day, I would write it down. And if I saw him describe something, I would put the colors down and all that silly stuff. And again, usually most teachers will have a time limit for how long you have to read the chapter and crap like that. So I wasn't reading it to read any of that crap. I was reading it to get the work done because a lot of time there would be a time limit. So I wasn't reading it to enjoy it. I was reading it to answer the questions. And this one time, I wasn't reading it to answer the questions. And I was actually enjoying the book. And that's when I realized how it is that kids come to hate reading. They've come to hate reading because of school. They will put this idea in your head that the only way to truly judge if a child has read a book is by coming up with these dumb questions to figure out if you've read the book. The problem is that those questions have nothing to do with the author had intended. Shakespeare intended for you to enjoy his plays. He intended for you to enjoy for them to watch on stage. Shakespeare did not want for kids to read the book and be asked what painting was in the room when our fellow was yelling at this person. What did he say that he was gonna do with his sword before he killed him? Why not read it for that? And frankly, you shouldn't even be reading a play. You should be watching it. Shakespeare did not intend for his work to be used to punish minors. If Shakespeare knew while he was alive that more people throughout history would hate him than the people who loved him, because his work was not used to be enjoyed, was not used in Broadways for shows, was not used in the theater, but rather used to punish children. He probably would have said, "F it, I'm not writing any of this shit. Let me see what I could do in my life." And that's the really sad part. So that's what public education teachers do. You see, they can't actually come up with a way to figure out that you read the book. So they come up with these questions like, what is the color of the wall in the middle of chapter 4? What I think they need to do is to come up with a grading system that grades them based on the actual response that they put in. This will encourage us to use our brains to think, to enjoy, and to work. They should also write engaging questions for us to answer. If Shakespeare knew that his work would be used to torture children, he would probably take every single place he wrote right before he died and throw it in the fireplace.